welcome to another episode of Learn English with Anime. Today, we're diving into one of the most iconic moments in My Hero Academia, the episode where Izuku Midoriya trains like crazy to prepare his body for the power of All Might. If you're new to the series, here's the quick rundown. My Hero Academia is set in a world where almost everyone is born with a superpower called a quirk. Heroes, villains, huge battles, incredible abilities, it's all part of daily life. But our main character, Midoriya, is born without a quirk, even though he dreams of becoming the greatest hero of all time. That's when he meets All Might, the #1 hero who sees something special in him: heart, courage, and the will to save others. And in this episode, we follow the beginning of Midoriya's transformation. Before he can receive All Might's legendary power, one for all, he must push his body to the limit with intense training, discipline, and pure determination. It's packed with emotional moments and powerful English expressions that you can use in real life about effort, motivation, resilience, and believing in yourself. So get ready, because today we're breaking down both the English and the story behind this unforgettable scene. Let's jump into our lesson. Let's go, heroes!
Wait, what do you mean inherit? Inherit what?
You should see your face right now. Don't worry. I'm not gonna force this thing on you. Listen well, young man. This is your choice. Do you want to accept my awesome power or not?
Wait, what do you mean inherit? Inherit what?
You should see your face right now. Don't worry. I'm not gonna force this thing on you. Listen well, young man. This is your choice. Do you want to accept my awesome power or not?
When Midoriya hears the word inherit, his confusion makes total sense, especially in the world of My Hero Academia. In this universe, most people are born with their powers, called quirks. You don't usually receive them from someone else, and you definitely don't transfer them on purpose. So when All Might says that Midoriya could inherit his power, it sounds strange, almost impossible. Midoriya is basically thinking, wait, inherit? Like money? Like property? In everyday English, to inherit usually means to receive something from someone else, often after they die, like inheriting a house, money, or family possessions. That's why Midoriya reacts with, inherit what? His brain goes straight to the normal, real-world meaning of the word. But here, inherit is being used in a special, extended sense. All Might means passing down his power intentionally, almost like a legacy. So the word keeps its core idea, receiving something from another person, but the thing being inherited is unusual, a superpower. This leads us to some common variations of the word. Inheritance is the noun form. It usually refers to what you receive, like she received a large inheritance from her family. Inheritable is an adjective. It describes something that can be passed down, such as some diseases are inheritable. So in this scene, All Might isn't just offering power, he's offering an inheritance of responsibility, legacy, and choice. That's why he says it's up to Midoriya. Inheriting something doesn't mean being forced to take it. It means choosing to accept what comes with it. And that's exactly what makes this moment so powerful, both for the story and for learning English through context.
She stood to inherit all of Runestone. Did she not? She stood to inherit all of Runestone. Did she not?
And you children are inheriting Earth's problems. And you children are inheriting Earth's problems.
I understand, right? That's his inheritance. I understand, right? That's his inheritance.
Feel free to comment below and tell me which anime or scene you want to learn English with next. And if you have friends who are also learning English or love anime and gaming, share this video with them too. All right, let's get back to the lesson.
I wasn't born with this power. It's a sacred torch that was passed on to me from someone else.
Someone gave you this quirk? No way. Well, the idea of passing on a quirk or inheriting it just doesn't make any sense to me. I've never heard anything like that before. Powers are supposed to be unique to each individual. I mean, since the first superpowers, no one's ever been able to just give someone else their power like a present. That's crazy. If this is true, it would cause us to rethink everything we know about quirks to begin with.
Sounds like you're overthinking this whole inheriting thing. Stop nerding out! I wasn't born with this power. It's a sacred torch that was passed on to me from someone else.
Someone gave you this quirk? No way. Well, the idea of passing on a quirk or inheriting it just doesn't make any sense to me. I've never heard anything like that before. Powers are supposed to be unique to each individual. I mean, since the first superpowers, no one's ever been able to just give someone else their power like a present. That's crazy. If this is true, it would cause us to rethink everything we know about quirks to begin with.
Sounds like you're overthinking this whole inheriting thing. Stop nerding out!
When All Might says overthinking, he is pointing out that Midoriya is thinking too much about the situation. The word over here means more than necessary or beyond what is normal. So overthinking is when you think so much that you end up complicating things instead of understanding them. In everyday English, we use this word when someone worries too much or analyzes every small detail.
You're overthinking this. Relax. You're overthinking this. Relax.
I've been working on not overthinking things.
Let's not overthink it. Let's go with the flow. Let's not overthink it. Let's go with the flow.
This same logic appears in other common words. For example, overreact is used when someone reacts in a very strong or exaggerated way to a situation. Overdo means doing something too much, past what is needed. Overcomplicate means making something simple feel complex by adding too many details. In all these cases, over adds the idea of excess. Then All Might says, stop nerding out. This expression is informal and playful. Nerding out means becoming extremely focused, excited, or obsessed with details, usually about something you love. Midoriya is known for this behavior. He takes notes, analyzes heroes, studies techniques, and breaks everything down logically. That's part of his personality. He's intelligent, passionate, and very analytical, but sometimes he goes too far and loses the bigger picture. When All Might says this, he's basically telling Midoriya to calm down and stop diving so deeply into the details. In everyday English, there are similar expressions that carry the same idea. People might say, stop geeking out, which also means getting overly excited or obsessed with details. Others might say, chill out or calm down, especially when someone is mentally overwhelmed or too focused on something. This moment is a great example of how English reflects personality and emotion. Through simple expressions like overthinking and stop nerding out, we learn not only useful everyday English, but also a lot about Midoriya's character, a smart, hardworking, slightly nerdy hero who sometimes needs to stop analyzing and just move forward.
Before we continue, just a quick reminder. If you're enjoying this lesson, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any of the new videos coming up. I'm always posting lessons inspired by anime, games, and fun ways to learn English. And of course, don't forget to leave a like. It helps the channel a lot.
Just like that, I began 10 months of absolute hell.
Come on, put your back into it, Midoriya! It's not gonna move itself!
I'm using different muscle groups depending on the size and shape of the trash I'm hauling.
Let's go! Let's go! The clock is ticking and 10 months will be over before you know it! Don't you give up! It's time to go beyond!
So you see.
Just like that, I began 10 months of absolute hell.
Come on, put your back into it, Midoriya! It's not gonna move itself!
I'm using different muscle groups depending on the size and shape of the trash I'm hauling.
Let's go! Let's go! The clock is ticking and 10 months will be over before you know it! Don't you give up! It's time to go beyond!
In this scene, Midoriya begins All Might's intense training, and the word that really stands out is hauling. He says that he's using different muscle groups depending on the size and shape of the trash he's hauling. This already gives us a strong clue about the meaning. To haul means to pull, carry, or move something heavy using physical effort. It's not just carrying something lightly. It implies weight, resistance, and hard work. That's why this word fits perfectly with this training scene, which Midoriya even describes as 10 months of absolute hell. As a teacher, I want you to notice that hauling focuses on the effort involved. You usually haul things that are big, heavy, or difficult to move. For example, you can haul trash, furniture, boxes, or equipment. In everyday English, you might hear sentences like, "I spent all morning hauling boxes up the stairs," or "they had to haul the car out of the mud." This verb is also very common in informal speech when we talk about tiring or annoying tasks. Someone might say, "I've been hauling groceries all day," to emphasize how exhausting it felt. There are also useful variations of this word. Haul as a noun can mean a large amount of something collected at once, like a big haul of supplies. Long haul is an expression that means something will take a long time and a lot of effort, both physically and mentally. For example, learning a language is a long haul. And haul off can mean to suddenly move or act with force depending on the context. So in this training scene, when Midoriya talks about hauling trash, the word perfectly matches the moment. It shows physical struggle, endurance, and sustained effort, exactly what All Might is trying to build in him before he can inherit real power.
Okay, start hauling the anchor. Okay, start hauling the anchor.
4 horses to your wagon, what are you hauling? 4 horses to your wagon, what are you hauling?
Fine, like I have to keep hauling this fucking ammo. Fine, like I have to keep hauling this fucking ammo.
This is a great example of how anime uses very practical, real-life English to describe effort, hard work, and pushing past your limits, words you can easily apply to your own daily routines and challenges.
Hey, holy crap, kid. You even cleaned up outside the area I told you to. Seriously, there's not one speck of trash left on this beach. Only a few minutes to spare, but you exceeded my expectations. Holy stinking super crap! Hey, holy crap, kid. You even cleaned up outside the area I told you to. Seriously, there's not one speck of trash left on this beach. Only a few minutes to spare, but you exceeded my expectations. Holy stinking super crap!
In this scene, All Might looks at the beach and says, "There's not one speck of trash left on this beach." Here, speck of means an extremely small amount, almost nothing. It emphasizes that the beach is completely clean. Not even the tiniest bit of trash remains. Now, as an English lesson, it's useful to know that speck of can be replaced by several other expressions, depending on tone and context. One common alternative is a trace of. This is often used when talking about something very small that could still be detected, especially feelings, evidence, or marks. Saying "not a trace of trash" gives a slightly more formal tone. Another very common expression is a bit of. This one is more casual and informal. Saying "not a bit of trash left" sounds natural in spoken English, though it's less emphatic than speck of. You may also hear a hint of. This expression is often used for smells, flavors, or emotions, and it suggests a very light presence. Saying "not a hint of trash" sounds more expressive and descriptive. A stronger and more dramatic option is an ounce of. When used in negative sentences, it emphasizes total absence. Not an ounce of trash left highlights complete effort and intensity. So in this scene, All Might chooses speck of because it perfectly matches the idea of extreme cleanliness and total completion.
It sounds natural, visual, and emphatic, which is exactly why it works so well in both storytelling and everyday English.
Sometimes you can see specks of blood. Sometimes you can see specks of blood.
So sorry you had to go through that. And you only experienced one speck. So sorry you had to go through that. And you only experienced one speck.
Tiny, momentary specks within an indifferent universe. Tiny, momentary specks within an indifferent universe.
And that wraps up today's breakdown, everyone. I hope today's breakdown helped show that learning English doesn't have to be complicated. We really can improve while having fun with the anime and games we already love. If this helped clear up that myth for you, then mission accomplished. If you made it all the way to the end, you're clearly serious about leveling up your English, so congrats, you're already ahead of most learners. Before you go, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss the next episode. I'm dropping new lessons every week, always using anime, games, and cinematic scenes to keep your studies fun and powerful. And hey, don't forget to like the video, leave a comment telling me which expression surprised you the most today, and share this with a friend who loves anime and is also studying English. Let's build a community of learners who level up together. Thanks for watching, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Until then, keep training, keep improving, and keep your English on A game.